Hmm? Oh, talk, yeah.
Yeah, flicken out.
Should I do Lear for a little 1v1 here?
What?
Or should I do
Lear
Hyver?
versus Morigi, I'm not sure if you can survive that one.
Oh, as Lear? How would you not be able to? Maybe I'll do Hyver. I haven't done Hyver in a while.
But I guess I have to mute the stream because
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you'll hear doubles of yourself.
Yeah, it's weird hearing your own voice.
Oh, I know. Trust me. All right. Let's see. Maybe I'll go Hyver. I haven't played Hyver in multiplayer in quite a while.
Oh no, he's now teaching Tuck to play properly.
I don't consider myself to have an optimal Hyver strategy though, so don't look too closely. I don't think I'm bad with Hyver, but they're probably my least played multiplayer race overall.
Least played.
Yeah.
It sounds like a weakness.
A little bit. I play them in single player a ton.
Arrow sense of prey.
Sense spray, yeah, totally.
Alright. Oh, yes. A huge deficit of income.
By the way, do you still roll with killing the Navy? Or
No.
do you not do it?
I never
because of
kill it.
Duel?
I find... Well, it depends on the game. If I have a lot of space between me and my enemies, like if it's a really huge map and I don't expect to see them in quite a while, then sometimes I'll destroy it. But that's basically the only scenario where I do. Because if you're trying to defend your homeworld and you don't have a level 3 naval, your homeworld is as good as dead pretty rapidly.
I'm not sure the level 3 naval can defend it properly.
Not by itself. I mean, I'm talking about how much you'll need to defend a concerted offense. Like your enemy comes in with four fleets, 3 attack fleets, 1 repair fleet, right? You can't field enough ships to field 4 full fleets or so to defend yourself effectively. And
if you're not Hyver, maybe.
Yeah, but like even with Hyver, it's a liability if you can't base them there because they blow up the gate, which is on the outskirts of the system. Then, as soon as your supply runs out, those ships are dead. They're no longer useful and they're costing you income because they'll return the long route, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they blow it up in one turn, just have enough ships there that can all gate.
No, I get you. But like the timing problem is problematic.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times you'll end up getting.
By the way, that if
Which
you
one?
have multiple ships where you give a gate mission on one system, that everyone gains.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I haven't seen one way or the other, to be honest.
I know that Hyver versus Hyver is absolutely ridiculous because the gate ships always stay at the same place, so if both gate and declare war on every damn system, it takes each other.
It's a huge problem, yeah. Okay, let me fix up these ships. Should drag out all these armor ships for now, just so I can get more supply. So I know exactly where he is.
Still knowing all the maps.
Oh yes. Because this system, Gallifrey in the center, Gallifrey and Tunguska. These are the key systems in this map, the dual map, I should say. If you don't control either of those, then you're dead. There's just no way to avoid it. It's just.
Yeah, I'm wondering why you don't send an armor fleet then to.
Because I'm going to have a follow-up fleet that's actually going to have all the armor. My first objective is to not fight when I get there. Is the reasoning.
Oh, so it's the running away tactic.
Yep, exactly.
Impeding one ship at a time.
Yep. Because even with Overdrive fighting Marigi, I still should be able to get away unless he gets his unless he gets his grab boat up next to mine, next to my ships, which he still could, obviously, but.
Oh, I see what the AI did to your ships.
What's that?
To be honest, I rotated fight Morigi with Cyber. It's just a pain if you can't make it in one jump into the enemy systems. They'll crush you in space.
Intercept. But then there's a resort tactic. Send 8 fleets at the same time, all with one command and one gate ship. One will be there.
Yep. One's gonna get through.
Never seen that one. Oh wait, I did.
Yeah, it's a little exploitive, but you know.
It is exploitive, yeah.
Hey, it's true.
But you can't be sure which fleet you select to intercept, so it's really bad. And if you want to be mean, you can go with a melee fleet to defend, one range fleet to defend, and your enemy can... Oh. My zone's crushed. Right.
Hmm? What happened?
End turn crashed.
I
That's
finally ended the turn. It was too much for him.
Yeah, wants to end a crash.
that sucks.
Well, that maybe would be one improvement for zones, which would be absolutely amazing. Having not shitty starting ships. Designs.
Oh yeah.
And maybe designed everything.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir there.
Want to watch, or do you want to continue our game?
I guess I'm fine watching. Be honest. I'm late.
Why am I not surprised? Yeah, but I have to admit I could play with these. Let's call it names of the ships.
No? Why not?
I need it sorted that I can see what the ships are.
Ah.
I mean,
No,
you're
that's
giving
fair.
away what it is most of the time against the enemies, but
Yeah.
they will know anyway.
They'll know, kind of. Like they'll be able to figure it out afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. If they see it once. they
But
know
there's
what it
some
is, so
there's some
yeah.
shenanigans you can do with that still.
Name them all the same, just with 2 spaces. Yeah, sure, but you know.
Yeah, I know. That's not the shenanigans I meant. I just meant like I typically have like an association with some of the names anyway. So like I typically pick certain of the base names for certain types of ships. Excuse me. So I often have kind of a cross association with that kind of stuff.
Interesting. Pick the normal command for supply.
Yeah, I find it.
It normally takes the hammerhead for double the missiles.
It's a significant difference in supply, is why. 3 turns of endurance difference between the two, and you're only losing 1 missile, and you're gaining 2 light mounts. You gain 2 missiles, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but like your supply ships aren't supposed to be fighting anyway. And by the time it matters, having 2 missiles versus 3 missiles, or 1 missile versus 3 missiles, is not gonna make the difference on almost any fight. Most of the time, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, having more
I'm not sure
endurance
what
allows
what
you
it
to
is
do
for.
a deeper strike, is the big difference. So to perform
not
their
sure
only
if I
duty,
know
which
what
is
it
supply.
is.
What's that?
I don't know if I would do deep strikes at all.
Well, early on, sometimes you need to compensate if you want to rock full missile ships. And sometimes I'll do I'll do like a full assault fleet with a gate fleet along with it, all on a single course. That way, as I push in, I can fight and engage and have enough fleets that I can save. I can not have to worry about the gate ship coming in as a reserve, right?
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you need to have significant supply for that. If it's like a dedicated combat ship, like just a dedicated missile boat, like yeah, this guy has 12 supply, 12 endurance, but like how many turns does it take to go across a vast distance, right?
Yeah.
It's non-trivial.
Well, I mean, you can compensate with casting, but
Yeah, but like, by the time casting comes in, a lot of the early game is already decided. So like, I don't know. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? I need. What are my other systems like? Pretty decent. Yeah, I know this home system's really solid. A 2 with 2 and another 2, but that all adds up pretty quick.
they're quite easy to polymerize.
Oh, this is a size 7.
Many resources, so
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna snag that size 7 right now.
3 is your first target for compensation.
What's that?
Yeah, I was also looking at the stream and figuring out which one you pick, and many small ones and one size 7. Surprise!
Size 7 with the lowest habitability of all of these? 71?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Big surprise there. Yeah, it'll be nice to get these other ones eventually, but it's definitely not a priority compared to the alternatives.
Yeah, but you at the start I would murder for,
Yeah.
3 meters.
Yeah. It's definitely not bad. Alright, send this guy to colonize my back 40. Or gate my back 40.
Oh, and the other gate fleet is 2 years behind you, so with armors?
Yeah, they can. Just because some of these systems, this one doesn't have a asteroid belt, this one does. I'm eventually going to send it there. But I mean, currently my armors are just sitting in their reserve. I could technically bring them with me or not, but I don't know. Shouldn't matter either way at this stage. Alright, make sure I got all my designs. I got assault shuttles, got repair and salvage. Did I not get a drone? I did not get drones. Probably not gonna bother with drones, but they technically are useful for what's the word?
Did you get your
Survey.
boarding ships?
Yeah, I
Also
did.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I got boarding ships. Yeah, boarding ships are definitely worth it. They're solid on Hyver overall. Not the best, but they're solid against Riggy for sure.
Well, I'm just wondering what he will go for. Flight emitter rush.
Maybe. He does that, then I just make sure to bring some repair ships along with me. Try to snag a salvage.
Pray he doesn't get medium emitter before anything else.
Yeah.
Because that pretty much counters everything you can do. I guess.
Sure. You remember Sekone from playing SOTS2?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was asking if he could join our chat. I'm not sure if you'd want to do a separate chat or do invite him to the server or whatever. I'm not sure. That's up to you.
no, that server is not that secretive.
I mean,
I
we
mean-
could do sort of the stars extra channel or something. I mean, I can do it. You go for the invert link or something. I need it.
Okay.
Or do your posts.
What's that?
Oh, I'm talking to them.
Oh, sorry. It just did. Hey.
Hey guys.
Okay.
So only Nick is missing now, right?
Sounds like it.
Baba.
Yep. I have Hoa on my friends list. I could add him. If you'd want. Looks like he's playing World of Warships with a couple buddies, actually. So.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I'm just will relax, watch you play Hyper, and enjoy.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
We will have the ships out in no time.
Okay.
What I find interesting that you don't delete the first designs I made for you.
I retrofit those.
They are-
I typically retrofit them, especially with Hyver. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, but they are horrendous. I mean,
Hmm?
can you really retrofit the modules?
Yeah,
Like-
I can retrofit modules, give them PD modules, and I can upgrade them all the way to heap if I wanted to.
Yeah, but they still have no further tech than.
No, that's true. But they're more useful than not having them serve any purpose at all.
Well, you could always just
Disband them.
garbage them.
Yeah.
You'll get some production out of it.
Yeah, it's minor, though. It's minor, and the cost... I mean, yeah, technically the upkeep cost is not insignificant, but even, like, I'd rather have, like, a garbage level 1 cruiser around to defend my planet than nothing. Right?
Yeah, I only mean the design of the ships themselves.
Well, sure, that's what I mean. Like, this armor ship, retrofitted with PD modules and sniper cannons in the light mounts and heap in the heavy mounts and medium mounts, that's just still an effective ship. Even into the mid late game. Yeah, it's never going to be like antimatter, but who cares?
I see you sent 8 of the armor ships with some of your gate fleet.
Yeah, I did. I didn't strip them all out. I probably should have stripped some out. Just I forgot about the gate capacity, to be honest. That was a mistake on my part. But I'm still pushing out to the main two systems as is necessary. I probably should have sent one here too. But I need to send that one with armor ships because he's going to be there by the time I get there. He may actually have that colonized by the time I get there, to be honest. As Riggy. So.
Well, I guess he would go there first.
I would.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
it's Morigi. He will need 1 or 2 turns, and he has it surveyed. So.
yeah. Question is if it's habitable or not. Essentially, that's the only consideration. Maintain tactics for a little bit still. These early turns are pretty boring. As Hyver, this is how it goes.
Yeah, the first thing for most races are pretty boring.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you noticed, Sacrone, but I have a nice, this was Climate Hazard 71, size 7, as a colonizable in one of my core systems.
Very nice.
And there's already a size 6 there. That's one of the starters, so I have a pretty solid start, all things considered. My home world has 3 colonizable. 1 that's expensive, but the other 2 aren't bad. These 2 are both very reasonable for Hyver, all things considered.
And I saw one had like 7k resources, 7.5.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good production hub for sure.
Yeah. When I see Rizzo play and his starts, and I look at mine and like, that never happens to me.
I wish I could say I had some dev hack, but no, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. Alright, I'm actually gonna form a stupid defense fleet.
I wonder if
Just 'cause I don't trust. I don't think so.
So we can tell what you're doing without.
Yeah, go ahead. puck as much as you want. I don't
I was
mind.
wondering why you are rushing for F systems. I mean, for sure you want early PD versus Mariki, but is it really that necessary that early?
What's that now?
Do
P-
you really need PD that early?
Oh yeah,
Against
always PD. Always PD first, no matter what game I play. I don't care what game I'm playing. Honestly, he can kill my ships with massed drone ships. He can kill my gate ships, and I can't do anything about it until I get PD.
True.
So that's a counter I need to prepare for. That's the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah, true. If you go X-ray laser first, you can repurchase drones for
Mhm.
triple X-ray lasers.
Now, even starting, even just the purple lasers, like it's not easy, but a lot of times you can get the engine section down. Actually, I realized I didn't even check the design on my gate ships. Whoops. Yeah, it's not optimal.
Yeah,
It'll work.
I mean, you can also just kill the midsection with gate ship.
I think that still. I don't think that actually cancels the mission. Weirdly enough.
Oh, yeah, no, what I mean, if you kill the midsection, it doesn't function as gate anymore. If I remember right.
I think they auto repair themselves or something weird like that. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Maybe you're right. I remember there was something weird with that before, which is. I don't think I need any more on this guy. This guy's gonna go up pretty quick.
If you're fighting Murgi specifically, you might want to turn one design a green beamer ship.
Just like a dedicated beamer ship.
I know, like a green beam.
The problem
Yeah,
is the
just have it
medium
blind
mounts. The medium mounts move so slowly, even if they have the lasers in them. They still move the same speed as any other medium mount, so they'll never be able to track them very effectively.
Well, what did you design as your armor cruiser?
I use beamers on the lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like this only has like what, 4 total, six light mounts, which is not much.
Can missiles hit drones?
They can, but it's really fidgety to target. Like you need to manual target each and every drone. So it's not optimal, and you can't do a spread fire when you manual target like that. So
You have to tell each ship to target a different one.
yeah, it's pretty messy. I typically don't bother in that context. But
Big hit. Typically. So you already did at one point.
yes, yeah, I have. It's true.
Already the first strike on play.
Yeah. Should I take the morale hit, or we can't actually even do a normal declare war yet? And see if he takes the morale hit or not. I'll let him survey it, but it doesn't damage me any. If he decides to declare war early with surprise attack, he gets a big morale hit, so that's up to him.
Yeah, but Blake was only a size 2 planet, right?
Well, I have a full defense fleet that's moving there right now. I mean, 8 armor ships will annihilate whatever he has.
At 12, they will start at the naval.
Yeah, so I'm not worried. I am not worried in the slightest. Now this is
You should have played lower, but that would be a one-sided mess.
a little bit. So he's coming from the survey at Gallifrey. If you notice his vector, so he's just finished surveying it, which is no surprise. Well, he knows this map. Him and I have played the same map many times, so he knows where the key choke points are. In fact, I wouldn't doubt if there's a survey fleet going there, or a colony fleet going there right now, if he can colonize it at all.
Yeah, but looking at the fleet, it looks like he already was 2 turns stunned with it.
Yep.
Oh, you don't name your science stations? Are you mixing up the modules?
I just typically do the same modules all the time, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I typically either go energy or industrial on them, so because that also shifts my government to the right side. And industrial is always going to be useful because armor is always useful no matter what faction you're playing. So it's kind of a safe bet sort of thing. So he also surveyed Theta already. But these fleets don't have grab boats at all. So they're kind of sluggish, all things considered. 4.8 isn't that great.
So
Well, sure, but he could have built 2 grab boats and then sent them off, and then actually, actually gotten there probably. Well, maybe about the same time, no matter what. But they would have gone on ahead further on other missions faster. Then again, grab boats are expensive, so it's just considerations for both directions, both approaches, I should say. Actually, what am I doing? I do handle my modules.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you know where empathy
Where what?
modules would turn you in your government?
Hmm.
Go for psionics. As an
Oh, psionic modules? I think I don't know, recall off the top of my head, but I can look. It's all in the XML files. Okay, so he's returning now. I'm curious what he's going to do from here. He can't reach anything of worth, but he's already scouted a couple of my incoming gate fleets, and we should be able to declare war normally already, but he hasn't yet. So I'll let him take the first morale hit for that, if he's going to choose to do so. There's no advantage in me declaring war yet.
how much morale do you get?
I think when you're a centrism, it's either -3 or -5. I can't remember. I think it might be -5. In Junta, it's actually positive. You get morale for declaring war.
Even if it is a surprise war.
Yeah, surprise war too. They're just happy about war because it's a military junta. I mean, that's their whole thing. They're about to get their war on. I guess I can do this too because I might as well. I know it's a little bit of money that I could be spending elsewhere, but I think it's still important to push my government in the right directions at this point. Long term versus short term. Probably building more gate fleets. That's the other thing I could be doing, but well. Okay, he didn't have any more juice left to go anywhere, so he's probably going to have a patrol here ready for this fleet, which is unfortunate because this is a little understaffed. But once I get this gate here, honestly, even if I get this gate here, I'm good. I can strike Gallifrey much quicker that way, as opposed to this long gap. So that's why I sent all of my main forces forward instead of the other direction. But now I need to redesign my command ship. There we go. Now you gate ship.
Responsible. Look at you doing the work.
What's that, honey? Oh yeah.
Nothing. Your wife's just calling herself responsible and is doing work.
Sure, of course you are. Of course you are, hon. I believe you.
Work just happens to look like mining and dwarves. I'm just saying.
Oh yes.
Oh, slack ass bastard that I am.
It's true. Oh. Forgot to do modules. Oh well. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll get around to it.
Yep.
It's only due in 2 days.
It's fine.
It's not like I'm, giving a professional level presentation on it in 2 days.
Indeed. Yeah, 22 turns, but once it gets over 50%, I'll probably get a breakthrough midway through. So even getting to the 50% mark is worth it. And honestly, this bar is going to continue moving towards positive, like more positive, as the civilian populace fills in all my colonies. So I'm not worried about it. Even if I don't expand even a single colony, I'm not actually going to finish this in 22 turns. It's going to be significantly quicker. But no, Hivers aren't that great at tech, so that's kind of how it goes.
Well, we also only have 20% accepts, so it makes 50, 60.
Yep. But the interesting thing is that because income is based on population and population growth is really good with Hivers, are still competitive in the technology front. They're just not as efficient for the same pop count, right?
Yeah.
I will drop a little bit in efficiency once I have to set my tax down, which I will need to do here fairly soon. Building more command ships is helping compensate for that a little bit, but not by much, because these guys are dipping down to the kind of danger area. I typically do it when I'm getting in the below 30, so when I'll start watching it a little closer. You guys don't need to be there anymore. Come on home. In fact, you guys should be fine getting there. Yeah. Survey there instead. Curses. My gate ship's gonna come out, but that works. I don't have I think I'll have a gate ship when it comes in, so it should be fine. I don't know why I left this supply on my construction fleet. Oh well, whatever. That's my bad. I'll just go ballistics on this guy, because I know I'll need it. Idle construction fleet, I think that is fine for now. You guys come back there. Okay, that's good. Now I'm curious how my arrival at Gallifrey is going to end up. One more turn. Great ship there. Let's see. Can't reach anything like that currently with the composition because of the armor ships. I could shift these out though. Go mostly supply.
Did you up the planet count in game creation?
Nope.
The systems are nicely filled.
Just default. It's all default.
Okay.
The each map actually has a lot of preset conditions, including like you can have a system that's guaranteed X number of habitable systems to you and things like, or habitable planets to you and things like that. Duel is typically pretty like well seeded.
Pretty stuffed.
So your core
like
worlds are good, and these ones are guaranteed basically habitable. This ring, all of this I think is just up in the air. All these planets are just kind of like these systems, I should say, are just like crapshoots. But I'm pretty sure the middle area is guaranteed that there's gonna be planets in both of these systems, no matter what, and like multi-planet systems. So there's a good chance of it's gonna be habitable to someone. And I think these two are also guaranteed that way too, but I could be wrong. But and then your back quarter is like random, like fully random as far as I recall. But I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the map details in a while. It's just based on vague memory at this point. All right. So where should I send these guys next? I need to wait till at least Theta gets finished before I send out another gate fleet, or I could send another one way up here.
Second gate fleet.
Huh?
Well, or you could claim above.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But like the other thing is, I could have another gate fleet ready as soon as Gallifrey gets hit, I could push on to Tunguska immediately instead of having to wait. Is what I was thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this gate fleet down just a little bit, and I'm going to have another gate fleet that comes out that's going to be prepared once Tunguska or Gallifrey gets gated. That's my current plan, anyway.
Yeah, but it will need another 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah, it looks like 4 maybe. Okay, 4 next is a decent system. I'm going to see his colony fleet. Yep, no surprise. He just colonized Tunguska, it looks like, too. If I look at this, its base is Tunguska. Yep, no surprise.
So we colonized both.
Well, he's about to colonize both. I'm about to arrive here, and then we'll see how it ends up playing out. But so I'm going to cancel that colony mission because I think that's good enough. I need to get a good holding here. I've yet to build a single additional colony ship at this point, which is probably a mistake, but I also want more gate fleets, which are more important. I can colonize just about anything with just even my starting gate colony fleet, to be honest. So this is a great trait. I like this a lot. Morale bonuses for every win. Yeah, the morale hit on death is unfortunate, but even losing your command ship doesn't mean you've lost the individual. They can get out of there too. Although his evasion is only 1. Never mind. He's not gonna make that roll, is he? Jeez. I guess I'll just do this for now. I need another gate ship though. Whoops.
Well, or you would redesign one of your commands to give him an escape pod.
Yeah, I could do that. Maybe on my next design I'll do that.
Yeah, but then again, we have 32,000 right now, so...
Yeah, I dipped a little bit low, which is my own bad. All the science building and all that kind of stuff kind of added up. That's how it goes. But these colonies will come online soon enough. In fact, I'm probably gonna just disband this fleet for the moment and let it sit idle in my reserves since it costs less money that way. Because I want to get my treasury back up. That's what it boils down to.
Ballpark math says it's about what?
1,000
per ship. What you're saving? 3.5.
Yeah, it goes from 5,000 to 1.666 or 1,666 upkeep. So it's pretty significant, all things considered. Yep, just like I said. Alright. So Theta, I should probably just...
It's a colony.
I know, right?
Yeah, the question is, will you take the hit or not?
Yep, that is the question, isn't it?
Yeah. And I believe the hit is bigger if you're still centralized and do a surprise attack.
Yep.
Which is basically guaranteed if you declare war while having it gated.
Yep. 2 turns. That's good enough. I want the armor ships there anyway, so. Alright. Economy is very slowly starting to normalize. I'm just going to cancel some of those modules for now. I don't really need them. Just to get myself back in the green, so to speak.
so early.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. It's only 2% for everything and 4% for 2 different research objects. So
Yeah.
bit early.
Part of the reason I'm doing it is for the long-term game. The government swing to the right, first off. Just building one in the first place gives you that. And secondarily, you also get so like my starting economy right now, yeah, I'm not quite at I'm still under 1 million at this point total income, right? But I'm not even at like I don't think I'm even at half of my total population at this point. So as this grows, it'll kind of swap over significantly over time, but so I mean, like, how much is each one of these? Let's see.
Yeah. But your moral is still going closer and closer to
Oh yeah, no, it's
the problem.
so yeah, so 4% bonus towards industrial, for example, and then this itself is 1%. So it's not a lot. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's maybe a little bit early, but yeah.
I guess early trade isn't that solid anyways on a small map like this.
Well, I probably will if we reach a stalemate. If we're not we're not actually expanding through each other yet, so that I can continue growing my economy. Because if you're at a stalemate, then the only thing that's going to break it is being able to overcome them with either technology or economy. And your economy feeds into your technology, so it's like you're going to need some way to continue pushing forward, right? Some way to keep growing. That's almost always the key in this context. Let's see.
So it's quality or quantity at the end. if you
Yep.
reach a stall.
Yep. So we're down to 29. Probably 2 turns I'm gonna swap around. We're losing 2 a turn currently, so need to build another gate ship just in preparation. He's declared war on me. That works for me.
But why?
Mm. He sees this small gate and he thinks he can match it. That's probably why. That's a nice system. I'll take it. I will take that. You about done? Not quite.
Jeez. 26 kilometers.
Oh yeah. Good times. Need a naval on that.
The fun thing is, Karen and I were almost playing the same matchup
Oh really?
today. Yeah,
That's funny.
but we decided kind of last minute to get out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. Like, you can't always play the same thing, right?
Oh, of course. Alright. So in case this fails, I already have another one in the queue. That's what my current plan is here. I'm gonna swap around some of these supply ships. It's my bad. I meant to have the armor there instead. So there to there. It's only I don't know, 6 turns or something. It's not bad for high or early offense, to be honest.
We are only 5 turn late.
Exactly. Only 5 turns. It's better than like 20. I mean, I'm just arriving there in 2 turns from now, and I was sent out at turn 1, right? Although they technically didn't leave until turn 2, I think, but whatever. We're not counting that.
Oh, no. They left on turn because they started from their home world, so...
Oh, I mean, I don't think they left because of the gate fleet hang up. I think you still need gate capacity to leave.
It's weird if you start from your home world and your gates are over capacity. The things starting directly from your home world to different stars out of your network still starting.
Oh, okay. I hadn't noticed exactly, to be honest. But I know a couple of them left late because of the gate fleet capacity being exceeded.
Yeah. The one through Tita when it was late before it wanted to
Yep.
start performance.
Oh, he's pushing out with a survey fleet in deep space with a grab boat. Okay. Yeah, he's probably gonna catch. He's probably gonna catch this. That's fine. All right.
Sure you can. Oh, no, we got pretty dead.
I can probably run like crazy. Boop, 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 boop. Supply ships stay behind. Nothing else to just physically block them.
But you could guy trying to go towards engine or something. I mean, either it's a gate ship or your command ship. It's pretty much over. They are.
They won't be able to catch me. Not yet. Well, minor hits, not even through the armor yet. Drones are still a ways off. Command ship's fine. Gate ship is under threat still, because it's the slowest. That's just how it goes.
Well, interesting enough, he cannot go in overdrive because he spawns out. So.
Well, you can overdrive to get close, and then unoverdrive. That's what he's doing with this armor ship here.
What I mean is, when you have drones out, there's
Yeah, yeah.
you can't.
No, I get what you mean there. See, I just outdistanced the first of his missiles by the looks of it. Yep. Missiles are... I killed his engine on this on his command ship with my two other ships. My engine is getting picked apart by these now, though.
Position behind him and kill through the engine section.
But they're about to return back to base. This armor ship's about close enough, but I think I'll be fine.
3 more minutes so.
And I'm gonna kill his command ship here too. That looks of it.
I wonder
Yep.
this hyper setting is protect better than frontside or not.
What's that?
I don't know from hyper supply ships frontside or broadside, which is better.
I'm just currently setting them to close to attack. I should probably be moving them around differently.
But it's fine. I'm more surprised he isn't turning his command ship back.
What's that?
I guess it's oversight.
I mean, face the command ship towards him. So he would blind that.
He's not gonna be able to get me with these ships, I don't think. He just shut off overdrive and nope. The grab boat, if he keeps his grab boat in overdrive and got closer to me, then he could have my ship here. Which looks like he's doing that, so. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's close enough. Might be a problem. We'll see.
It's also plasma weapons. I guess he ain't no choice.
Yeah, turn 1 designs and all that. Only got one barrage off on one of his ships that it needs to close again. So this is one of those weird positions where manual control is sometimes better than what the stances give you, because he should be moving this grab boat past me, just to ensure he stays in range, essentially. He's gonna kill my engine here in a sec, though.
Alright, 30 seconds to go.
I killed his command ship. I'll take that. He underestimated these two ships, I think. Yeah, 7 seconds. He's. I got this.
Hold on, let's go one ship.
Yep.
And that will cost him, so he can't just intersect. Save.
Yep. I'll take it. Now, once I'm in system, I still have all that damage, which is a bit of a problem. So, there's that.
These big army ships there. Might be able to kill it.
Maybe. I don't think the colony ships won't have enough speed to catch him. That's the problem.
Well, if he positions his fleet right, he can get at least 2 or 3 missile bodies in.
No, that's true. That is true. They're probably standard command, though. I would guess. That's the default in most cases. And standards only have, like, what, 1 missile? And then you only have, like, one or 2 missiles, I think, on the rear section. So that's, like, 3 missiles per colony ship. So that's not much. It's barely enough to make a difference. It is, maybe, in the long term, but if he doesn't have other major... technically, he can just absorb the armor ships into those fleets and use those as a defense, so I'm not... Definitely not convinced that this is a one engagement at this point, but... So I have another gate fleet. I am going to just...
He had 33% left, so...
What's that?
Maybe, your engine only had 33% left of the gate ship.
That's true. A good critical hit might take it out pretty easy.
Yeah.
Depends on if he gets lucky or not.
Well, I guess it all depends on Nick.
Yep.
Isn't the chance very high for internal damage if you are overdriving?
It is. It's a significant increase in like critical hit chance in general. So yeah.
That was kinda risky anyways.
What's that?
So it was kinda risky to overdrive anyways.
It was riskier not to overdrive.
Hmm.
Because if I let him just wail on my ship, it would have been dead. Or if I had just run away without overdriving, there's no chance that gate ship would have lived. It would have been dead, no questions asked. Now, if I had a bunch of armor ships to guard it, then that's another story. Right? I might be able to deal enough damage in return while it's under fire to survive the engagement. But without a bunch of armor ships guarding it, there's no way. Maybe I should do this. I can't reach that. Of course I can't. Curses. So if I do this, can I reach? Oh, motherfucker. It's crashed.
Most of the ships around to crash.
Yep, the classic.
Yeah, maybe that's also a bug that needs squashing.
Oh, of course it is. There's plenty. There are plenty.
Well, your background looks like Zulka incoming. Maybe you should play them instead.
I thought about it, but I kind of consider them a little overpowered in the 1v1 scenario.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I mean, like, if I make a beeline for one of the Sulka, then the whole game just changes completely. 1 second.
Well, depending on who's coming, right?
Hmm?
Depending on who you get.
Oh, well, anyone. Doesn't matter which one. Like, does not matter which soul call you get. They're all good, if you know how to use them. Like,
Well, that's the problem, right?
like they're a little bit weaker, interestingly enough, against shit, where's my autosave?
Jesus Christ.
Way too many, I know. It's not the client pre-combat, what the hell? I thought it was... Oh shit. Isn't it just called... It's not Riggy. What the hell? One second. Way too many things.
So your save game finished or what?
I'm not seeing it, so I'm looking for it. One sec.
Next bug. Too many save games cannot everyone. Yeah,
That'd be pretty funny. Oh, there it is. It's just my game. Derp. I forgot about that stupid naming. Oh, found it.
Yeah, multiplayer map your race or something would be too easy.
Yep. My game. Autosave.
Yeah, I think ship crashed to desktops. By the way, is it always supply ships that crashes it?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
My assumption would be it tries to do some recalculations because of the duels and then crashes or something.
I think it's something weirder than that. I think it has to do with the little preview screen and the construction of that and the destruction of that with the graphics layer. So like if you do that, if you drag it quickly enough so that the client, the little preview of the ship design screen comes up and then goes away after it gets drug in there, I think that's that might be the issue.
I see. Like, I didn't find the thingy I wanted to view or show, so I crashed instead.
Alright, we're discussing plans. One sec. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think it's just a bad handle on data is what the problem is.
Which all comes back in the end to the game. Too little development time.
Yep. Stuff that can be fixed, it's just a question of time. It's always how it is.
We lost one.
Huh?
Frequency
Oh.
got devoted. Yeah, if you are
Oh, he went
half an
AFK.
hour
Yeah.
AFK on this server, you are going
Yeah.
to AFK.
No, that makes sense.
It's I'm spying on you, but I don't say anything.
The anti-lurker protocol.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have Marco, he is like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sometimes he's funny, so it's okay.
On that parties.
Yeah, it is like it is.
So, Kara, do you wanna? Are you how long are you up for tonight? I guess is the better question. Tonight, this morning, not sure. I have a hard time keeping track.
It's 3 AM something, but I don't know. Depends.
Well,
How
we're
much brain
discussing.
power would I need? That's a more interesting question. Oh, you're discussing the rematch?
So Vinco came online, and he has a little bit of time. We were thinking about starting up another game. We're starting up a. Nick is already conceding the three-way game that we had going earlier because he is like 1.5 million in debt. Everything's rebellion, etc. So.
Ah, I see.
So he's already bowing out of that one.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm not sure if Vinco wants to continue it. He might, but hang on, we're discussing what we want to do. One sec.
I was wondering, I remember we had one player that needed around half an hour for each turn. But I don't remember who that was. But I do remember I got pissed off after I
Gotcha.
Wasn't that blue?
No, that was definitely not blue.
No?
And I don't think it was Hababa either.
No, it wasn't. Baba.
And Nick couldn't be it because we played a quite good game.
So, we're tossing around the idea of starting up a 2v2. The questions are timing and such. So we might just do that next week, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the current plan is Sundays at like 6 to 9 Pacific time. So GMT -8, I think. On so like I said, Sundays and Mondays is the current plan.
Yeah. I mean, I have time.
Okay.
Fuck. Should have time at least on Sundays.
Not really.
Okay.
The
I think we only
difference between times
Go on.
is the problem.
Yeah. No, it is. It's tricky, which is why I'm asking ahead of time to see if folks can commit to kind of a general schedule, because these games take a long time. So restarting new games when people aren't able to show up and all that kind of stuff is always a pain.
There's a chance. I'll know tomorrow. I'm getting my new internet set up at the place where I'm staying, and if everything goes well, then there's a chance I'll be able to join you guys at some.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That's awesome. Also, welcome back.
You got trapped in the anti-lurker spell of the server.
Yeah, I saw it, but I was like, hey, it suddenly got quiet.
Something's changed.
I don't think I missed much.
Not really. We're currently commiserating about other game options. So it looks like we're just gonna do a small game with a new three-way game with Vinco for now, and maybe next week we'll actually do a larger game.
Yeah, I'm wondering, so you stopped now the 1v1 because Vinco is back or something?
Yeah, he has a little bit of time. He just popped on. He's who we normally play with during this time slot, so we're gonna start up another 3v3 right now, or not 3v3, a three-way FFA right now.
the renowned Loa by Razor now?
Probably not. Honestly, I think the bugs are just too difficult to work around. Specifically, the fleet placement bug between combats and the battle manager. That's too devastating.
Yeah, true.
That
I mean,
one-
as long as you have to only defend one planet, it's fine.
Sure.
But more than that is, well,
Yep.
something. Well, you could go for Leah.
I was already
but
thinking that.
I'm not sure you will survive that one.
Trifecta has a decent amount of distance between folks. Oh.
Oh, I see. You also start always with only 500,000 treasury.
Yeah, it's just the default right now. So do Tarka. Tarka's a classic. Maybe I should do a little.
Leah is such a nice race for you, Rizok.
Yeah?
It's like, hey, you're seeing me ahead, but you can't do anything about it.
That's true. I could do a Zool. Zool would be fun. I mean, it's basically the quick route to being 2v1'd, but might be fun. I don't know.
Well, I remember the single reason why they have a limited amount of text is you. So
Yep, I convinced Martin to change that. I think I had a pretty convincing argument though overall. It's they were too powerful before.
well played. They were too powerful before. Yeah. But if I remember right, they had the research module in all ships, right? For
The salvage. Every ship essentially has a 5% salvage, and it goes up to an 8% salvage with the actual repair and salvage ships. But that's just like one roll per ship. But so it's not an additive thing, I don't think. So keep that in mind. So it's not as good as it sounds, but it is really good.
If you destroy a planet, you always get salvage, when I remember.
You're right.
Right.
Or at the very least, it's a very high chance.
Yeah. I have to admit, I destroyed with my testing games quite a lot of planets, and each and every one of them gave tech. Even though I only have one research and advantage.
Gotcha.
And salvage research.
I think that there. Looks like Binko's going Loa. Interesting.
What?
Yeah, he just switched Sulfur, so I'm not sure if he's sticking with that. We'll see.
Well, to be honest, I only remember Nick as playing Tarka.
Yep, he plays Tarka a lot. Then again, so do I, to be honest. Played a lot of Tarka in the past.
Well, will you rush Azulka or not? That's an interesting question.
Why not both? I can do it all. It's all stuff I can do concurrent. Keep that in mind. It takes a long ass time to build one of those up, so I need to be kind of doing that concurrently with keeping the offense going.
True.
So
And you
it's
need to keep the station safe, so maybe your whole one is the best bet.
offense is the best the way to keep your station safe anyway. So if they're on the defensive, then they're not attacking you.
Yeah, it's Soul Force.
Yeah, Soul Force, which is actually kind of tricky to deal with, just because they're so goddamn fast. Hard to prepare defenses against consistently.
Then again, 3 warships waiting at the warp in.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. And it also means that my node cannon doesn't kill their ships; it just scatters them everywhere. So
Yeah, true.
So there's some advantages to that. My node cannon. The node cannon will absolutely annihilate Loa, though.
I keep nothing.
So there's that.
Oh, and I remember you can't go grapple moves, right?
Yeah, I think it causes a weird kind of desync in combat.
Alright. I'm gonna go read my textbook and fake like I'm doing something.
Alright, sweetie.
Oh, so you turn the text rate 7.
Yep. Eternal tax rate 7. Alright, I haven't played these guys in a while. Let me double check to see how the hell I...
Maybe it's only a thing in multiple person multiplayers. I can remember quite a few games with Carol using the grappler.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But first I will suss the food units.
Good plan.
Because I'm just gonna keep avoiding doing work. Obviously.
It's one of the few special modules I actually use.
I like the grappling. I like the grappling hook. I like the EMP grapplers a lot because they disable light mounts. Now, the Binko playing Loa is a big problem though because no boarding pods.
What do you mean boarding pods?
You cannot board Loa ships. They are immune to all boarding. So,
Oh, okay.
but they can board you, interestingly enough.
They won't have piracy too, or?
They have piracy still. Their ships, their freighters can be killed. It's not like they're, and creators are still valuable when they're killed. Because like the contents spill out into space, right? So there's still benefit to that. But yeah, they can't be boarded at all.
Well, that's one advantage out of the window.
Yep.
I mean, you can board one, and the other you can load cannons.
Exactly. But that being said, I mean, look how expensive a boar ship is, right? That's 443,000 at turn 1, with like the pretty much the weakest armaments I can possibly get it, with no upgrades, but just that. Honestly, I should probably redesign this with without the polysilicate alloys on it. Just have a cheap one just around, just for minimizing cost for the stupid thing. Might as well at least telegraph that a little bit for myself.
So you don't get surprised that it explodes instantly.
Yeah, I mean it's got less armor, but it's only got like 40 less armor total, right? So it's not actually that much less armor overall. Most of the time, it's a question of, you know, what happened to get your boar ship in a position to be destroyed, more than how tough is it right now, right? Because they die still pretty easy. I mean, the single section.
You could always field a warship fleet, right?
Yeah, that's my point, right? Is that I come in with actual real ships, and I'm way better off anyway. So I'm only going to use it in situation. I can't really use those offensively because of their cost. So I can build 4 of these, you know, missile boats for the same cost as a single boar ship. And whereas the boar ship is going to catch stuff by surprise if it starts close by, it's going to get pummeled into non-existence pretty rapidly at range.
Yeah.
So,
But I don't know.
It's pretty much like the craft boat.
what's that? Sorry, you guys talked over each other. I didn't hear what you said.
Ah, sorry. I just said it's pretty much like the Morigi craft boat. If you catch it off guard,
Yep.
it's done.
Yeah, exactly. But it's even slower than the grab boat by a large margin. And this thing only has a 90 top speed, so there's nothing else going for this thing. It's anything can catch it, unless you have things defending it. So
can't melee it at all. It's like no.
Yeah, you're right. You don't want to engage it in melee, but you can easily pummel it with missiles at range. Because like its point defense mountings aren't bad, all things considered. It's probably one of the better point defense layouts for like a Zool ship. Because like the Zool armor ships have terrible point defense coverage.
But I wonder if you would combine it with some PD ships or even, I don't know, escorts.
Yep. In fact, amusingly enough, you can actually use the node cannon to like absorb to destroy big swaths of drones or battle riders or even missiles. Incoming missiles, you can destroy stuff with it too, if you time it right. So there's ways you can use it defensively too. But it has a long cooldown, so it's not. It's only viable for like a one or two sort of shot thing.
Yeah, and I was wondering if you would use 3 or 4 of them for interception. You know, just like,
Yeah.
oh, you're here and you're in range. Turn around, pew 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 pew.
Yeah, it's possible. I sometimes I node cannon my own fleets to get to salvage my actual ships so they go somewhere else. Because sometimes that's where they go somewhere else is not a guaranteed death if they're all together. So there's all kinds of little fun options with Zool. I haven't played these guys in a while. I have fond memories though.
Called it fun options. Isn't that scary?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the same thing.
Now, the other advantage that I have going for me is that the Loa have boarding pod modules, which are really good, but they're not going to be able to board very effectively because their boarding efficiency is not good. So they can spam those, but they won't be able to do much with them, thankfully. Like, they're not going to be very effective at actually taking my ships, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, you have the best troops, so yeah.
They're actually tied with Lear, to be honest. But Lear ships have low crew counts, which compensates for that, which kind of counteracts that bonus.
Yeah, and you also could go battle riders where you get the Zool raiders. So.
Yeah. Like the Zool battle riders, sorry, the battle riders for Lear are fantastic. So they're basically a no-brainer for effectiveness.
Yeah, but it's a click fest too.
Yeah, it's a bit of a micro to do the whole double click to drop them in the right places and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm gonna do something different on this game. I think I'm gonna go battle riders as Zool.
Battle riders.
As Zool, yep. They're actually amazingly effective. The Zool battle riders are really good. They're flimsy, but they are heavily armored, heavily armed, I should say. So that's what I'm currently thinking.
Good
I don't know.
old glass cannon.
What's that?
The good old glass cannon.
Yeah, all their ships are glass cannons, like every goddamn last one of them, except for the Sulka.
Yeah.
The Sulka are the only things that aren't glass cannons on this faction.
Yeah, and they have no symmetry. That's the worst part.
Hmm.
They have no
I love it.
symmetry. Left-right symmetry. I love it. If it has it, and I dislike it.
Oh.
If it doesn't.
See, I love it because it's exactly a divergent sort of approach to things that. What the hell's that?
That's me attempting to blow the water out of my
But I don't
stylus
want to have
Oh, no.
broadside
Because,
to the right,
I
BB
spilled
cannon,
water
broadside to the left
on
or
the
something
bookshelf
like that,
the
you know,
other night.
it's like,
I didn't notice. Just tried to use my pen.
no,
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't want to
It's
think
like
about
you
it.
better face them right.
Whoops. By the same coin, like, combat is chaotic, and you almost can never control your formation tightly enough to even make a difference on placement and facing and such. So, at the end of the day, turret mountings mean that your effective fields of fire are pretty fucking wide, no matter which way you look at it.
What I really like on these ships is they aren't kinda pretending to be aerodynamic and flying in space.
What's that? Which ones?
The Zool ships.
I don't know. I don't really see almost any of them as aerodynamic. What do you mean? Like
I mean,
like the little wings and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're more. They're those are definitely cosmetic for sure. What?
Give me yours.
Okay, one sec.
I need to let that dry completely.
What I still find funny is in all the simulation in
Thank
those you cannot ram another ship.
Yeah, it's intentional. They intentionally make it so crews avoid losing their own lives in battle, like real crews do in real life. And yes, they were ramming in real life, but that was like the number of counts of that are so few that it's might as well be non-existent. So I don't know. I don't find any problem with that personally.
Wait a second, do I see that right? They have more than 6 assault shuttle carriers?
Yep, they have extra assault shuttles on theirs. No, it's 6. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they have 6. So. It's
Just
only 6.
because they're on both sides of the...
Yep. I forgot these guys have really hard time getting the right supply ratio for these stupid assault shuttle carriers, but whatever. Alright, what else do I need? Let me focus for a sec. They're boarding pods. Those are the ones that are unique compared to the rest.
You are mean to your fucking thing. Your tip is broken, dude.
Yeah, I barely use it, hon. This is why.
Well,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
steal my
but the
tip.
boarding pods were also pretty good as PD ships.
Yeah, they have really good. They have some of the best PD coverage. If you look at that, they have 3 on the bottom in good arrangement, and they have what was that, 5 on the top with good arrangement.
How is that even possible?
What, huh?
Yeah, but their supply
Oh, yours is a
is so
different tip. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is garbage. That's why I'm going to mix up some of this. I'll probably just do this instead. I should be able to. Yeah, I'll just go full fusion then. I guess that works. Or plasma, I guess. Fusion is a guaranteed tech at least, so that's something I can guarantee to get.
Well, you should be able to get sniper turrets as well.
Yeah, I could. I mean, snipers are pretty good, but I'm not gonna. Not sure I'll go out of my way for them. Okay. So I'm way out on this tip here. So I have a little more distance to cover than everyone else, which is the intention.
Did you really already
Huh?
design all ships?
Pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Well, I could have sworn you didn't design research and development, salvage and repair.
Yeah, that's one of the first ones I did. Right here. Yeah. This guy right here. Yep. I didn't redesign my command ship. That's the one thing I haven't done. Well, this default command ship isn't terrible, to be honest. It's a little oversupply, but yeah, it is significantly oversupply with this simplify module, which I really don't need. Yeah, I'll just be a little oversupplied. It's fine. It just cuts down my rate of fire. I think if you're oversupply at all, it's like a 10 or 15% rate of fire malus for all turrets on your ship. Same with energy, if you're over energy. It's not that you can't, it's just it penalizes you.
No matter how much you over it, or
I think it's uniform. I might be wrong on that though. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look that up. I remember it was commented on at one point. Yeah, I'll do the 2 heavy mounts. This works better. Sure. Red Fang works. Okay. Let's see, what else do I need before I get out of this? Scavenger. I need one of these.
Oh, big thingies. I never know when I need to build them.
Always. That's the answer. Are you assaulting an enemy planet? Then build them.
Yeah, but why take them and not the South ships?
If you want actual slaves that benefit you economically, as opposed to just killing the planet, because these kill the planet and give you slaves, so you benefit from it twice.
Yeah, but they also destroying infrastructure and creating biohazards.
Not by much. It's almost non-existent, to be honest.
Well, I guess it depends on how you design your saucer. So.
The saucer itself can kill population quicker than the normal assault shuttles either way, if I remember right. But it's nice because you can use these to raid. Also, yeah, they have a higher kill rate, if I remember correctly. Population kill rate. Before I do this...
Yeah, I remember they are highly efficient if you combine them with point defense. It's
Yeah,
like the
yeah, they have their own point defense, yeah. I don't need... I guess the missiles are fine. I'll just leave it as the default. That's fine. Right,
I
scavenger.
normally, I believe, on them I put the green lasers even to petty fire only.
Well, I'm not sure if you noticed the other little element of the scavenger ship. Look at the top speed. 150. That's actually faster than other races.
Yeah.
So that by itself means you can blow by enemy defenses and actually get there appropriately, and then capture a bunch of slaves and then get out.
Yeah, I mostly struggle with the get out part. Oh, that reminds me, do you not design the small ones that are only the midsection?
I don't use them, to be honest with you. I don't think they're very effective. Once I get point defense, I'll consider building them, because they're actually decent little point defense assets. But you're talking about these guys, the Wraith Abductors. These little dudes. Yeah, they're 160 top speed, which is really great. But, like, they're...
They are also super cheap, that's why I like them a lot.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like I said, when I have point defense, I put point defense on these guys, and I bring them with the fleet. I think they're lower than I think they're lower than 6 CP also, if I remember right. I might be mistaken on that. Maybe they're just standard cruiser CP.
Yeah, but they also have very, very good endurance.
Yeah. No, there's advantages to them. There's definitely advantages to them, but I don't consider them like a mainstay use early game anyway. I'll design one, I guess, but anyway,
But, yeah,
dawdling
so
too
far,
much.
I guess.
Yeah, my problem with them personally is more that they capture so few slaves compared to the other ones. Like, it's like an order of magnitude difference almost.
So
So like they're almost never worth it for raw slave capture. Can't even put my colonization fleet to use yet. Okay, let's see. I have 2 warships. Set them in different directions. Let me think about this. I need...
yeah, you already need to plan ahead because the funny
Yep.
bug.
Yep. Yeah, the pathing bug is no good. No fun. There's 2 dead worlds. That's a problem. I can just leave those alone, though. That's not a bad world either, though. Go there and then do that. That works for me. Fastest for now. I don't think I want to go a direct route yet. I think is it 4? I can't remember. Bloody hell. It's been a while. I can't remember if it's four
It was 4, yeah.
4 lines. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
just
it's 4.
I'll do the direct line then instead. It's gonna be faster. Use a direct route. Okay, I'll do those 3. Then I'll do
Then you could
interconnection.
do both, you know.
Huh?
The fastest route and the direct route. So you have like a triangle there.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish this connection afterwards. I'll want to do both just to avoid that bug that we're talking about. But I can't do it quite yet, so I think that's enough for now. Actually, wait, what am I doing? I need to build more ships. In fact, I'm going to do another one of my...
I guess it's the only race you don't rush PD.
No, because my chances of getting it are almost non-existent.
Yeah, I remember that stupidly bad, but I'm not quite sure how bad it was.
Yeah, most of them are like 20s and 30s. Like, really, really low. I do want to build a dedicated combat fleet, though, right off the bat.
I believe the thing I built first was that always were supply ships.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad approach.
I mean, if I remember right, the supply ship had 2 pods each. So they always had some use.
Yeah, true.
And what I found out was also quite fun was if you put a repair ship with them, especially with your ships to capture enemies.
Yeah.
So you can instantly recharge all pods.
Oh yeah, yeah. Be able to repair all your pods. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big
and
bonus.
basically, if I remember right, cost next to nothing in repair costs.
Yep. You can do the same thing with your drone ships too, which is a really effective. Easily enough, Duel drone ships are actually solid. They have medium mounts on their default light drones.
One,
Yeah, 1 medium. And they're fast, like really, really fast. They're kind of fragile, like all light drones, but because they're so fast, they're actually pretty viable early game. Because until people get PD, a lot of weapons can't track them well enough. And their heavy drones have the same 1 medium, but also 1 light. So 1 medium, 1 light on their setup, which is also solid, to be honest.
yeah, I'm just thinking about, do you remember what the slot layout was for the heavy drones for Moriki?
It's side by side. It's 2 mediums. They're adjacent to one another, kind of, and 2 mediums. Yeah. I use those heavy drones a lot as Morigi. It's one of the better early techs in some ways.
Yeah.
Getting heavy drones, I
But you
mean.
need some weapon you put in there because basic plasma is not so good.
Plasma isn't good, but honestly, the other one, fusion, even fusion is enough to take a lot of stuff out.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of what's it called?
Hmm?
The electro multi-chaining thing.
Light emitters.
Yeah, exactly. And just the medium emitters on the drones, they are shredding everything.
Yeah, you don't need. If you have medium emitters and you're in the early to mid game, you've already kind of won in a lot of engagements.
Yeah.
Like it's,
I mean, there is
it doesn't really matter how you deploy them. Is what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah.
you can use them on brawlers, and the brawlers will be basically missile immune because they can just turn them to PD on the ingress. And be protected against missile fire and all kinds of shit. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, I remember I needed to do how's it called? Ripple fire, so I could screen properly with them.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, ripple fire is effective for that, for sure. Okay, I got my first 2 surveys. Income is still fairly balanced. I'm going to be doing a direct climb upward. Because all my plants are over harvesting by default because Duel.
Oh. What you can do is overharvest even more, but I'm not sure if that is viable or not.
It's not beneficial really, unless you're trying to get something out rapidly, which is viable in some situations, but it's not a commonplace need. That's what I'm trying to say. Good old early game.
I could swear I only blinked a little and you're already turned 4.
Yep. Okay, I could move directly onto here, which is probably a decent choice. But I might harm myself in the long term because of the pathing. This should be fine, I think.
Or can't you reach us with the other one as well?
What?
Not really, right?
With this one way down here? No. This one's probably going to move on to the center. I need to get a good path to the center. So if I can move up to here or here next, that would be ideal. But if I need to path around this way, I will. This loop. Ideally, I want to be able to make a connection between here and there, though. But we'll see. Okay. I didn't notice if there was anything colonizable here. There is. And that's a good colony even, which is fantastic. Too late, but that's fine.
Station might be done, right?
It already is.
Upgrade.
Oh, yeah. I don't need the breeding station that aggressively. I'm just using it to push my economy to the right side a little bit. Yeah, cancel that.
What's a nice system?
What's that?
I said, what a nice system. I saw right, colonizing planets.
Which one?
Or really cheap.
Oh, Mogo? Yeah. Not Mogo. This one.
Iris or what it is.
This one's cheap. This one's 2 is really good. Let me see here. I can't do a patrol from these 2 because they don't have enough speed yet. So I'm gonna need to just let these guys come back, I think, and then change this orientation. Because I want to link these 2 together before I break my own pathing, essentially.
Right.
I'm gonna just ignore those 2 ship systems altogether, and after survey, actually I can reach that right now. That might not be a bad idea. So I'm pretty sure if I relocate someone to Krista, and I should be able to go between these 2 to close that link. So again, I need to make my way to the interior as quickly as possible, so I can take advantage of my early game advantages, essentially. Could have fully upgraded these, but whatever. It's not super necessary yet. So I'm colonizing
What I
this.
do find funny is you
Hmm?
will interrupt all their trade
What's that now?
as soon as you are near them with your 50% or what it was.
Uh,
chance.
It's it's significant, but I doubt either of them are gonna go trade early on. I mean, they could, I guess, but it seems problematic.
Is it only trade or is it any kind of incident you can trigger?
I think it only affects piracy rates. I don't think it affects like the slaver events or anything like that. The slaver events happen regardless. I do think it's funny. Like Nick actually suggested that I go down on this corner right here as a handicap for Zool, which in some ways, that is a handicap because this span is kind of problematic. If I got locked out on either of these two systems, if these were empty, I would be hosed for a long time, like a really long time. Because traversing all of that with a boar ship is hard.
Well, you would have needed to go full supply ship crazy.
Yeah. No, you're right. But the other thing that he's probably not realizing is that if I'm way down here, I can build my diplomatic stations way out of sight of everyone and have the Sulka roaming around like crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, if you just use your starters for 3 Zulkar, it's...
Yeah, that is an incredibly good advantage, and it's harder to hit me when I'm way down here.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off. I don't think it's explicitly like it's not a game-winning sort of advantage or anything stupid like that, but
Well, it is a trade-off, so...
yep, it definitely means that I'm not going to be able to capitalize on some of my earliest advantages. So, and the Zool in general, they snowball much more when they can attack and fight people for long periods of time, so they can steal their tech, right? So that's the other advantage, right?
Oh, so you basically need as well also some science bases, not for the research only, but for the salvage only.
True.
Then again, your psionics should be pretty good.
That is true. Even grabbing empathy for fear, just that alone is really solid on just to split up fleets. Fear, honestly, is a really, I think, an underrated ability. I can't use psionics on... I can't use, like, mental-based psionics on Loa, though, so... But physical ones like Crush do work on them. Crush, Hold, etc. Telekinesis. But Zool don't have a great chance at telekinesis, to be honest. It's better than some, but it's not like guaranteed like frickin' Lear is. Lear have a guaranteed TK.
Well, to be fair, you have a Zulkar that has guaranteed crush, so...
Yeah, and like a gigantic pool of psionic points that's bigger than everything else. Yeah, it's great. It's pretty nuts, and can replenish just by eating planets. Eating planetary biosphere. Now the Loa do kind of counter Sulka somewhat because they eat biosphere. So none of the Loa systems that I attack will have biosphere at all, unless they haven't colonized it fully yet. What was I gonna get? I want tribute stations so I can get this going.
If you play with a Zulkar and the 1 or 2 fleet slots you can give them is just the salvage and repair ship.
Yeah, that is true. That's one of the better choices early on for sure.
It's like, hey, you did damage. No.
Yeah, that's if I didn't choose to frickin' they can basically repair themselves anyway. They have the repair psionic, right? So if they wanted to, they can opt to repair themselves anyway. So it's like, let's see.
Yeah, but then when they send their best ships against you, against you, Zulka, you are just like, oh, thank you for the research. Thank you very much.
That's true. I think the Sulka actually get the same advantage as all the Zul ships, the automatic salvage and all that. So
I have to admit, I never tested it. So.
I'm pretty sure I've gotten salvage just from having Sulka on the battlefield. I might be mistaken. Alright, let's see, what am I doing here? I got naval stations there. Should I go... So I'm grabbing... Should I grab tribute stations first? Yeah, I probably should, just to get my Sulka going sooner than later. Gonna need another Strike Force CNC. Then let's see.
Tribute stations, isn't it the same as a breeding stations?
No. Breeding stations are actually the other ones. They're equivalent to trade stations. They're civilian stations. Tribute stations are for the Sulka. I'm wondering if I'm going to have enough population here to get my third slot. It's 400? 400 million, isn't it? Or is it... I think it's 400 million. I should have another slot here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I should have a total of 4 here in your homeworld, if I remember correctly. Doing math. One sec. I'm deciding whether I want to build breeding stations over here and then tribute stations afterwards or not. I think I should be able to do that, though. But either way, I need a naval up here for redeployment, for logistics purposes more than anything. Pretty sure it's Krista.
It's the highest priority, right?
Well, naval up here it is. To extend my influence, I mean. That's fine. Do your last pass. And then I'm going to redirect him over to Pyrrhus. Unless this ends up being a better location. I could probably do build another colony fleet. But I haven't quite yet.
Does the Sulka go away if you kill the tribute station?
Yes, they do. That's one of the ways to defeat them, essentially.
It's like the only way to defeat them.
Well, yeah. It's the easiest, the least resource intensive, typically, yes.
I haven't really gained insight. I think it was clear.
Yeah.
We just tried. Like, we stopped playing the game for real, and I was like, okay, let me try to put together a fleet that can kill us. Like, we tried so many different combinations. And, like, nothing.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec here. right back. Alright, I'm actually back now, sorry. Needed to take care of something.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh, another nice one. Good. 183, 89.
Nice burst, 2 asteroid belts and 2.
What's that?
Yeah, I just saw your new system. Atara.
No.
Understood. I will wait further orders.
I'm gonna snatch that up right now.
Anyone hungry, come with me.
Anyone hungry, come with me. I love the Zool voiceovers. They're so good. They are some of the best, I think.
Well, they had to be, right?
Hmm?
I mean, they had a whole expansion dedicated to them.
True. But like the writing on the dialogue is fantastic. I like how it sells a lot of the world building and the unique elements of the race and that kind of stuff. That's all. All right. Dump down this. You just need to make sure I don't slide to the left. You know, some at least sliding up to the upper right, because this is going to be plutocracy is going to be another 15% income raw, which is really good. Junta isn't terrible, but decreased chance of salvage and less bonus from overharvest are both general negatives. Overall plutocracy I think is better, but honestly I think it's one of the better governments, period. So there's that.
Yeah, I just wish they would have used option or something that you can see the actual values of the stuff.
The what?
I mean, we use savage chance is all nice and dandy, but how many? How much? I want to know.
Yeah,
I don't want to file dive. Please give me the numbers in game. Thank you very much.
Yep, tooltips would be nice and that kind of stuff. There's no debating that. Okay, so I'm gonna need. So I have my first defense fleet up now. These guys. I want combat ships at some point, just available, just to relocate and move and all that kind of stuff, and to avoid just losing important stations to random events, things like that.
Did you even get those?
Oh yeah. Like Zool gets slavers too, in fact. They don't get piracy, but that's the only thing they don't get. They get von Neumann, they get ghost ship, all kinds of stuff. All the usual. I've lost a in multiplayer, unfortunately, where I'm not gonna get ghost ship just because of that one bug, but you know, that's how it goes.
Oh, true. Tak, I remember what the empty combat is you had.
As the
Was
client,
ghost ship.
yep, as the client,
Oh.
it's a ghost ship event, but it doesn't spawn the actual ship. So
Yeah, I was wondering. That's why I posted the screenshots earlier.
yep, that is the infamous ghost ship.
doesn't do damage.
Yep.
And he had 2 of those, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, it'll nuke your early naval station a lot. A lot of times I'll lose my early naval station. Even a level 3. A level 3 will sometimes actually survive it. A level 2 or a level 1 will always die. No, it's true. But its damage persists, so you can chip away at it over time.
Yeah.
It doesn't like automatically repair. What's that? Yeah, exactly. Yep.
By the way, what are you researching right now? I don't know the symbol.
This is the tribute stations to get the Sulka. I'm grabbing some guaranteed techs early on that'll benefit my long-term plans more than anything else. I should check on PD also, but honestly I don't consider my chances for PD very good.
Well, I mean, X-ray is guaranteed, right?
It is, but the actual link to point defense lasers is not good, so...
Yeah, but I mean, it's already viable for X-ray lasers, I guess. Or at least I feel like that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we're right. Yeah, at least these are all habitable locations, so that's positive.
Yeah, also 130 are dead, so...
Yep. Okay. I don't actually need to upgrade that quite yet. I'm gonna just send this guy up here. Build the naval. I'm actually gonna rebase him back here, just to continue pushing it forward along this line. So I'll need to build this guy up and upgrade it next too. So just to keep enough points to push my armies forward, my fleets forward. I mean.
I have to admit, we have some really nice systems there.
Yep.
Always production.
Oh yeah.
Some of them will have production for the rest of the game, so...
Oh, true.
Quite a nice core sector.
Yep. It is pretty solid. Could upgrade this guy. I need another... I'm gonna need another colony fleet. I think is my next option here. I made another colonizer, didn't I? Remember what I called it. Maybe I didn't. I should have made a different colonizer design. Whoops. Oh, there it is. I did. Okay, cool. Derp.
Construction project initiated. No.
So I'll just leave this guy idle for now. Because I have so many systems, or so many planets I need to colonize, and I need to kind of send them each in different directions right now. So I'm going to need another colony fleet. That's what it boils down to. Because taking the same colony fleet that's all the way up here and sending it all the way back around to get to there is not ideal. I really need to link these two at some point here soon. Build up my savings just a little bit more, because I'm going to need money for these tribute stations. Yes, technically I can go into debt, but that kills my income too, so... It doesn't kill my morale or anything like that, but my morale already kind of just gets tanked by default if I go Tac 7. But the morale doesn't affect anything, so it doesn't even matter. Let's see. What's that?
Well, your technology turns.
Yep, it actually finished early too. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What?
Well,
You've made an
just
early
remember the game
breakthrough,
was stuck.
Director.
Oh,
I had 7 ticks. Every tick finished after 130%. Each and every one
of
them.
course. Bad luck.
Well, it's really, really unfortunate if that happens.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's the Karu standard.
Maybe.
The Karu factor.
Just not right. Yeah. I'm starting to suspect either there is some scrawny person that wants to make my life interesting by narrating it in this shitty way. Or there is an unwritten rule about my name in the game that it has to be super shitty. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
If Karu are L.
Alright. First tribute station going down on turn 14, it looks like.
Fill the hole with the strongest slaves.
150,000.
Yeah, they're incredibly expensive. So it's not like you aren't paying for like a basically a Leviathan's worth of ship with extended upkeep also, because the entire thing costs you significant upkeep alongside what is it? Alongside the whole the cost of the Leviathan itself, right? The cost of the Leviathan itself, upkeep-wise, is not bad, but I think a max tribute station is significant upkeep.
Yeah,
But-
mean, your level 3 naval station is already, what, 100k below?
Yeah, I want to say it's 100. What is it? Let's
Yeah,
see.
because it's 99,000 something.
Yeah, 95. It depends on how many of the I can't remember if it's the dock modules. There's one of them that reduces the upkeep.
Yeah, it should be the docks here.
No, this is actually shipyard efficiency. So that's actually raw building efficiency. Maybe there isn't any one of them. It's just yeah, I don't see any of the actual modules that have that effect. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to actually see anyone to get any further on this stupid thing. I need to have any kind of alien habitation modules is the problem. And until I actually encounter someone, I can't build it up beyond that point. Okay, so first survey fleet is back from the mission. I can't quite relocate him here, but I can relocate him here first, which is what I will do. Wait, I need to shore up my network first, I think. If I can build, I wonder if I can build from here to there. Bet I can. If I was able to get from there to there, I should be able to go from here. It's slightly more, a couple more light years, yeah, but it should be fine. I'll relocate him over here first, and then I'll relocate him there to kind of close this link, so I don't get stonewalled. Or I could close the link here. I don't know. There's a lot of options. I'm trying to think. Either way, I need to make sure that I don't get these singular links, because like, if we get too many things linked here, then it might try to path through the wrong location when I'm going from here to there, right? That's the core problem that I'm trying to avoid. Because, like, already I can't reach that way up there. I need to colonize this, but that's fine. Okay. So let me go over here. I'm gonna create some additional links because I need to. A second conscript, I guess, be my, yeah, sure, why not. Okay, good, get there. I need to go here first. Empty the prisons. Alright, I'm actually going to do this. I need to get me a FTL Econ here next, because it's actually a viable tech, I think, for Duel. It's one of the few ways I can compensate for the lack of technology. Just my own personal opinion, obviously, but it's one of the few factions I actually go for FTL Econ early on. Gonna save up just a little bit of money because I need another gate ship. What's that? Say again?
If I remember right, it's 30 turns that FTL economics turns a problem.
Something like that.
I remember doing some kind of math of it.
Yeah, it takes a while. You're right. Like it obviously does turn a profit, but like it takes some time.
Always a question, do you want to kickstart this with building your own trade ships or not?
Yep. Okay. Make this nice little rectangle here between all these. That should help complete some of this here more effectively. Should allow me to avoid any kind of weird links up in this section, as well as obviously get my survey fleet out on the front line directly. So yeah, I technically could have done from there to there. No worries.
I myself have to go.
Alright. Sleep well.
So, no Zulka show for me tonight.
Nope. Just that slow intro as always, you know.
Yeah, well, the game needs a little bit extra time to get going.
Yep.
Holy cow. Almost 5.
Alright, take care, you two. I assume you're both going to bed.
No, actually, I should have hit the shower about an hour before.
Oh, I see. Whoops.
Okay. Have a nice time. Bye.
Later.
Take care. So you can get your soul cup by like turn 70?
Sounds right. It depends on when I see my first enemy. Because you need to get past even the basic one, you need to have an alien civilization module.
Right.
So I'm blocked for a long time, basically, until I first see someone. So my first priority is expansion as quickly as possible way out here to the middle, so I can see just a glimpse of anyone, essentially. So this kind of map, like, whereas my starting position, my Sulka will be nice and safe, it'll be a while before I can actually get them built up. Like, just because of the nature of the normal gameplay and such. Which is another reason why I'm just kind of making sure that I have sufficient economy to kind of build up, because I have a long build-up period anyway, so it all works out in that regard. So colonizing this, I can't relocate there yet. I guess I just wait. Shit. Or I could relocate to this arm. So I'm debating my my approach here. Because I don't want to get too stonewalled by the linkage of things. Because as it stands right now, unless I move closer, I can't even survey anything out here. Let me...
The supply is so punishing for
It is.
for so.
Yeah, that's part of what makes that's one of their few counterbalances, I think. Just because of the nature of their logistics is so bad. Like, their ability to project their force at long distances is atrocious. Man, did I not redesign my my supply ship? I must not have. Crap. That might be worth a redesign. Shit. It's probably worth it to redesign anyway, because I got plasma focusing. I could have sworn I redesigned that ship. Nope, I guess I didn't. Oh well, that's fine. So be it. I guess we one extra supply. Maybe it is worth it. probably shave off a little bit more, but it's going missiles. Yeah, 11 supply. I think that's worth an extra 300k redesign. What do you think?
Yeah. Are you making a oh, your CNC or
just a raw supply ship? My default supply ship I didn't redesign, which I should have. It only has 6 endurance because I didn't put the camel module on it. That was a mistake.
Need to beef up. Yeah, especially with plasma focusing.
Yeah,
it's worth it just redesigning the supply ship. Just
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
One of those is like better than 2 of the old ones.
Yep. That is my thought as well. And I don't think I'm going to redesign my boar ship, although that would be a lot of extra supply. Doubles the supply on this thing. Takes it to 6 endurance. But the problem is prototype costs 2 frickin' million. So I don't think I can afford this until I get some PD.
Just build more supply ships.
Yeah, exactly. That's my plan. I'll take that cost. The dire hall of freak. Okay then. Okay, survey fleet. Doesn't help that these armor ships are not great either. Could probably yank these out. That'll help my endurance a little bit. Let's see, can I make it there with just those extra 2 turns? Nope. Alright. Guess these guys just wait for a second. Wait for a turn before I can get my construction ships back from what they were doing. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, I don't really need this until I get dreadnoughts, so that's not worth it. Good check on TK. Advanced drones is a good tech, actually. Maybe I should get heavy freighters. That'll actually boost up my income by a good chunk extra. Choices. I do want these eventually too. Small scale fusion drives. I'll check feasibility on VRF and see if I get stonewalled there. I'm already based there. What am I doing? Okay, you're almost done here. I think I just need to cancel this so I can colonize up here. Yeah, this is a better choice of activities right now, because this will get done on its own. It's started enough that it'll finish itself in a decent amount of time. Where are the rest of my... Okay. Here's my construction fleet. He's rebasing there now. I swear I had a second construction fleet. Oh, there he is. He's right next to the fucking place. Oops. Okay. It's not an insurmountable hit. Let's continue forward. Wait. My basic freighter design. Sure. Doesn't matter. Now I can start getting freighters out. Could do stimulus freighters. Now push me to the right faster through stimulus built freighters.
I was gonna say you're going right.
Yep, correct. So if I do 200k, it's guaranteed every turn. If I remember right. 150 technically is really high chances also.
For the little ones or the big ones?
Any one of them. It doesn't matter which one.
I thought it was just like 55k for the little ones.
55. To buy them, yes, but stimulus is an ascending chance per turn. And it's not actually a raw cost. Like, it doesn't actually equate. So if I built these manually, like, these are 55k, right? And I can do that, but that actually doesn't push me to the right if I build them manually.
Right, no, I mean, I thought that that setting your stimulus at 55 was enough to get them into the pit.
I don't think so. I might be wrong, though. I thought the cost is just... Like, I could build a mega freighter with a lower than the actual cost here. Like, if I put some stimulus in, then there's a chance every turn that it's going to actually build one successfully. It's a 100% chance if I put it all the way up to, like, 200,000. If I remember correctly how it works, but... I can trickle it in, too, but it won't get that very quickly. If I remember right, anyway. I was recently doing this on a hybrid game. Even in some cases, when I put 150,000 into it, it won't build a freighter. Oops. Yeah, I got no freighter this turn. Stimulus built. So it basically it accrues an amount every turn, basically, is how it works. So if I put in like another 150 in here, then it's going to be at the 100% chance mark. Yes, it's more expensive than building them manually, but... What's that?
Right, so it just adds up until it has enough to poop one.
It adds up, and it's not a question of threshold, it's a question of an increasing chance every turn. So, like, it starts out, like, I think the 100% mark is at 200k. So guaranteed one every single turn. And less than that is, like, a proportional amount below that, down to, like, 0% or something like that. And I think the minimum to get any percent chance is 50k. That's based on my memory, anyway. I could be remembering wrong, like I said. Okay, what do I want to do with this guy? That's building down there. I can't upgrade this quite yet. I don't need to anyway. I'm going to relocate him over here, though. It's a pretty small fleet, anyway.
One citadel is much like another, Dominus.
And my survey fleet down here. I'm going to need to wait for this guy to build a naval. Actually, wait. Should I push this guy down below instead? Yeah, I'm going to push him here, and then I'm going to relocate him to there so I can get to there quicker. That's my current plan. If that makes any sense. So 2 turns there. This guy should be done close to by the time I arrive there. Anyway, new supply ships. Just sort of pump a couple of these out. My basic fleet. I should be able to reach that easy, though. I am worried about this link between these three. If I can actually get this whole link going, unless I make another connection. That makes any sense. I could just link this with this and this, and then not worry about this link here, and just push this link this direction. I think that might work too. I don't know. Either way, I need to relocate. So, what's that?
It says here in common assets, there is stimulus, trade min, is 45,000, and stimulus trade max is 150,000.
150k. Gotcha. Okay, so 150 is the max ratio. Then that's when you have like 100% chance of actually getting a freighter out from it. That's my understanding, anyway.
Well, I assume. I mean, it's just called min and max, so I assume.
Yeah, I think those are the thresholds. Yeah, I think those are the thresholds. There's another kind of hidden one that if you have 200,000 in stimulus total, then you get higher econ rating buildup in your colonies, which feeds into morale also.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That could be different kinds of stimulus.
Any kind of stimulus. It's just total stimulus is 200k or above. Then you get increased econ rating across everywhere. It's not a bad feasibility for VRF. It's probably worth it to follow it, I guess, to see if the next one is good.
Well, VRF, yeah, I mean that. It's a good chance you end up with some kind of ballistic weapons too. So.
Yep. Yeah, like my ballistic weapons chances are better than most of my weapons, so.
Yep. And it'll make your starting armor cruisers suck less.
Yeah, exactly. They'll still be kind of bad, but they'll do damage at least, right? Yeah, so yeah, we got train stimulus this time. Cool. Boop. So it'll be sending it to these colonies out here. That's fine. Alright, survey fleet. I need to wait still, but I have better.
What else increases econ rating besides like having like a reserve? Like 10 million helps is the one threshold. The other threshold is what? 1.5 million?
Well, 10 million is morale, actually. 10 million will get you a positive morale. And then 25 million is the next threshold for morale bonus. I think every 500,000, or at least having a minimum of 500,000 in savings, will give you econ rating constantly also. But there's a big list of different things. It's actually in the manual. If you open up the manual on SOTS2, it'll show that list of the various econ rating boosts.
I actually never thought to go into the manual.
It's actually documented there. I pasted it in another chat just recently, amusingly enough. But I don't have it. I can't find it easily. Make sure I'm not missing anything in the... Yeah, one more tick, dude. Relax. Okay, good. That's done. Quick relocate. Wrong fleet. Relocate over here. And you guys, actually want you to go all the way up there. Naval, build a naval there. And then relocate back here afterwards. Okay, my survey fleet. Put another armor on there, or another supply on there. Also, I'll supply ships, but I'll need them. So this guy should be able to reach here now. Good. I wonder, should I link these two first? I can't actually make it there to there currently because of that one bug. I can make it there to there. It's not a terrible link between these two. What do you think? Oh no, it's these guys that can make it. Never mind. Ugh. But I could make it from there to there though. But no, I think I should just survey out here first. I'm kind of worried about what I might be. I might be breaking myself here though, but whatever. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, it's climbing up pretty nicely. Make sure that All my civilian populations are max. I missed one, because of course I did. Okay.
What more can they ask?
Now, Sakune, you mentioned that you're going to see if you can play SOTS from your setup, but that's not quite in place yet. Is that right?
Well, so I have, like, I'm actually playing right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so my PC can play it. So the thing is, I'm moving. We're.
I
and
see.
the place that it's not moving. It's like a cottage that I'm not gonna live there more permanently. And but up until now, we've had a pretty bad. Well, it's as good as we could have, but it was like satellite-based internet. So
I see.
The
Bad up.
The ping is like 1 second. No, the up down is decent. Like it's not super high speed, but it's broadband.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's like, 600 millisecond ping
I see.
minimum.
Bad latency. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
So it's fine for YouTube, but it's not good for.
Yeah, I understand.
But like a cable provider in the area, we didn't know, but they actually have put in fiber, like, in the whole area.
Oh,
Even though
wow.
it's a pretty remote rural spot, but there's fiber
Crazy.
optic cables going all the way. Yeah, so so we want to have them come by, but because it's the middle of winter, like to connect from the pole to our house was a bit complicated.
Oh, I bet.
It's sort of like it's like an underground conduit that was kind of frozen.
I see.
So
Yep.
we're gonna try again tomorrow, and hopefully, if it works, then my internet will be set up there.
Nice.
In which case, I'll move my desktop and all that up there, and I'll be good to go.
Nice. Well, good luck with that. I hope it works out.
There you go.
So cool. All right. So if that ends up panning out, then we should definitely fire up a game sometime. It'd be fun.
For sure.
What's your schedule like these days, anyway?
Well, I don't have a lot of time, like total hours.
Okay, makes sense.
But it's sort of very flexible. But I've just got a lot of other things that I have to sort of on my plate that I need to be doing.
Yep, makes sense.
But in terms of when, that's actually quite usually it's actually quite flexible.
Cool. Good stuff. Let's see if it's too long. That should be good, I think. Okay. I'm gonna continue our. Vinko had to leave. He has a thing to do in the morning, so continue the duel from earlier with Nick and I. That's why I was asking, to be honest, is see if your internet and all that was up and available yet, or it sounds like might be up soon.
It is like right this second. Yes, I could play. but I just don't know if I'll be able to. Well, to be fair, Sunday nights will be okay. Actually, we'll be pretty much guaranteed to work.
Okay, nice.
So actually, no. That's a lie. So,
Oh.
well, I have a thing on Sunday evenings, but that moves around a lot in terms of
I see.
when that is. Actually, I have the schedule. Let me actually know for next week.
Cool.
Oh, the time. I don't have the time yet. Yeah, I have a thing on Sunday evenings, but most of the time it's pretty early, but it can be as late as sort of 10 or 11 p.m.
Okay.
My time. I'm on the East Coast, so.
Yep.
So yeah, that's sort of not guaranteed.
Okay.
But because of that, I'm no matter what I come, that's in town.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it is actually no. It's kind of complicated because if the internet gets set up at the cottage, I will move the desktop to the cottage.
Okay.
And then I won't have it here. So even if I'm here on Sunday evenings,
I see.
I'd have the internet, but I wouldn't have the desktop, right? So.
I see. That's cool though. So, what? I guess what time or day of the week or whatever would work for you? I guess is a better question.
Yeah, let me think about that. Well, the truth is, it's stupid to make any commitments now because I have to see tomorrow if we can get the internet installed.
Oh, I see. If it end,
otherwise, yeah, there's no point.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So first things first.
So there's that. Yeah. I'm not gonna gate that yet. I need to colonize this. In fact, I'm just gonna abort this colony. It's gonna continue to grow, but I need to get this. I need to get a naval here quick. Okay. This is the best prospect. It's gonna cost me a little bit, but 30k is manageable. I'm gonna patrol here for now with this gate fleet, just in case I need to re-gate it. So right now I'm concerned with a counterattack, potentially from Gallifrey to Theta, because he can reach this in one turn, right? So I'm solidifying Theta while I'm ensuring success here, essentially. Because I need to be able to have this in order to strike Gallifrey and then Tunguska afterwards.
What's the range between Theta and Gallifrey?
Only 5.6. It's enough for Tarka to single turn it. So Marie,
you want to rush casting?
Yeah. Well, rushing casting would be like, 50 turns out.
Air quotes around.
I see what you mean. Yes, I think it's viable, but like, I don't think it's even worth it to invest in it yet. I think there's far better things that'll actually ensure my success than casting. Because being able to win engagements is way more important.
It's so expensive too.
It is. It might as well be antimatter tech as far as I'm concerned. Because it's antimatter tech costs, right?
Well, it's something you could seriously consider if you had like a couple of chip designs that you were happy with.
True. Okay. Let's see if he actually had time to set up pre-battle positions here with his survey fleet. So I killed the one command in that previous battle, which was a good win for me. But then it looks like he relocated a different fleet here. So he actually has a good force to fight me with. So this is going to be a running battle again. But my gate ship is already mostly dead on the engine. So this probably isn't going to succeed, but we'll see. Nope, he's not in position. Sweet. He took the bait. This is mine now. This will work. I'm not sure if you saw that engagement, but he just chased.
It's a bit slower.
He chased after
pushing
my.
in there.
So I pushed in my supply ships, right?
Yeah.
And
I saw
into the
move,
inner
but
quarter,
yeah.
and then I kept my gate and command way out here, and he oriented himself to engage the supply ships instead. So
Yeah.
that means I can wait out the combat essentially by just avoiding engaging with the supply ship. He's probably gonna kill the supply ship, but I'm fine with that. He's gonna have to chase it either way. And now he's looking for the other supply ship. He doesn't know it's a supply ship yet. I should probably just run instead of staying in combat here, just to maximize my time. It's not gonna last long though, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think he has censored data on me over here yet, but he will soon. Either way, my command and other thing are pretty safe still. Yeah, well, supply ship goes dead now. And he just realized he chased after my other supply ship too. Sweet. So the real question is he going to change direction or is he going to keep in range? Because I'm going to basically follow him to ensure I stay in combat for now.
I was gonna say it doesn't really matter. You're gonna stay in range of him now.
Yep. The many ways that Hiver can kind of cheese their way into getting a gate. I mean, he'll probably catch up to my guy, but that's about it. Riggy ships do look awfully cool, though. That's for sure. Not quite in range to do anything yet. There's the struggle of brawlers in chase. Armor 3. He just went out of overdrive. I got one shot off. That's something. Spin to win, though. Just ensure he can't hit the same facing repeatedly. That's one of the strengths of beams, right? You can burrow down deep in a single layer of armor.
Not if they're moving.
Exactly. Okay then. So now my gate fleet goes here to invade. And same with this other ship. I should have built some repair ships ahead of time. That is a bit of a problem on my side. Oh well. It was a mistake on my part, I mean. I should have had some ready. I think it's my fourth one. Maybe it's my third. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna send this guy on immediately, just on a suicide rush to get there. Now this guy is kind of a waste, unfortunately. He's going to be sitting there in transit for a while just to get there. And we already have a gate, but he's my insurance, right? At least he was my insurance. If that had failed, because if this could have quite easily failed, to be honest. So,
yeah, you got lucky a bit on the position, right?
Yep. I split up my forces in 4 different directions, and I pushed 2 in close, and I got close enough to him that I got him in combat, so he couldn't engage my actual gate ship or my command ship. So, but also there's some of that is a bit of him being unprepared for it, because he could have put his fleet on the outer edge if he had an extra turn here, but he was here only this turn to patrol by the looks of it. Yeah, he's based in Scaramouche. That means he's not even based here. So he just arrived here this last turn before I showed up.
Yeah, so he never had a chance with it.
No, exactly. Amusingly enough, if he had positioned his colony fleet up there, he probably would have had better chances of actually taking out my gate ship.
How big was his colony fleet?
It's 5 ships total, but my gate ship was almost dead. 1 missile barrage probably would have taken out the engine, and once the engine's dead, they could have finished it off from there. So that would have probably been the winning hand, the winning play there, right? But now I'm gonna come up with, let's see, we get 2 fleets, 3 fleets. Those 3 fleets are gonna come through Gallifrey, so I'll have 3 combat rounds this next time. So I should have plenty of time to just pummel everything he has into dust. So that's a win in Gallifrey so far. Not gonna hold it, but it's gonna, because I'm gonna have another gate fleet that's gonna come up here. This guy here, right here. So I'm gonna have an extra gate ship in reserve too, right? Not to mention this other fleet that's still in transit, which will be there in a while. Wish I could cancel this and then resend it, but I can't now. I think if I cancel, it'll go all the way there and then come all the way back. It's just not optimal by any stretch. But anyway, I'm rambling. I need a couple more construction ships so I can build a freaking naval station in a single turn, which is important. So there's a lot of cases where building it in 1 turn versus 2 turns is going to be the difference between being able to redeploy immediately or not. You understand.
Yep.
Okay, VRF is halfway through now. I'm actually going to cut some of my research so I can get some more savings, because I want to get up about 500k savings again so I can get my econ rating growing. That's more important than this a little bit faster. Because every turn, this is going to have an increasing chance of actually just succeeding ahead of time, right? For the early breakthrough and all that kind of shit.
Is there a racial modifier to that?
There is, and there's also a government bonus or penalty
I know
too.
there's a government one, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a racial bonus. I could be wrong though. I would need to look into that a little bit more. But he's happy about this. So I'm going to do my defense fleet twice, and then I'm going to do my this other gate fleet another time, because it's just so I can make sure I don't suffer losses on my defense fleet. That's my current plan. This isn't fully armed and everything, but it should be fine. Nick just said exactly what I was just saying. Where
You should use the colony.
they should have used the colony ship. Yep.
Colony fleet? Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna take out this gate, but that's fine. I have a second gate. He's running away with his grab boat. That was a smart move. Take out his armor ships first, though. Is this colony over here?
And the Murgi paper mache ships are no more.
Yep.
I mean, the two heavy lasers are like, they can be very precise and dangerous, but like,
Amusingly enough, they suffer a great deal against frickin' ballistics because they get knocked around all over the damn place.
yeah. Although, if you can angle them correctly, they actually have a very small cross section, so ballistics miss a lot. But
Yeah, but at close range, like, yeah, they miss a lot, but they have such a high rate of fire that it barely even
It
matters.
doesn't really matter. Yeah, like you just kind of.
It's like, yeah, whatever. It's going out there somewhere. Who cares? Eventually, something's gonna hit. It's fine.
I mean, like if it was Soul Forge with ballistics, I wouldn't be so confident with Hydra ships.
Yeah. see if he can run with his. Oh, he was able to retreat because he was on the outer edge. This is one of those stupid bugs. If you remember, the successful retreat one round doesn't result. If you have another combat, then you still need to fight it out again. So I'm just letting him retreat.
Oh yeah, and it puts you in that weird clumped up formation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, yeah, I lost a gate ship and all that engagement, but he lost way more monetarily. Now I can regate it with these guys immediately. And this defense fleet, I'm going to switch to surveying while I can do it. Cancel one of these, because I need another gate ship. Come on, in fact. Okay. Construction fleet. Let's see, I'm going to build this in 2 turns. But could I build it in 1 turn if I waited a turn for finishing that building? I don't think so. It's fine. This is definitely the struggle of facing off against Hyver. Everything comes down to that one fucking engagement. There's so many ways for Hyver to avoid the engagement in the first place with very little commitment. But at the same coin, like, you know, Hyver takes forever to get everywhere, right? He has a position to defend here in both these systems, whereas I don't yet. So it's all checks and balances, right?
Yeah, well, there was like an opening scramble for the middle, but if he can get a couple of like drone squads or whatever, then any gate fleet you send, he can intercept like 9 times before you get there.
Oh yeah, it's bad. He can just wear me down just over time. There's not a lot I can do about it.
Murigi's speed doesn't change in deep space, right? It's Lear.
It's only Lear. It's only Lear that gets faster in deep space, and faster in tactical specifically. Oh, he actually already has a second actual full combat fleet now. Oh, this should be interesting. Should I engage here? Yeah. And this is where his logistics are pretty strong, right? The fact that he can re-engage me so quickly. He's based in. This is based in Scaramouche, so this is from his home world. Yeah, this is from his home world, and he re-engaged here. He was already coming here from previous, it looks like. So I guess I'll engage both times with my defense fleet. I think that makes the most sense. Don't even risk the secondary fleet, essentially. Well, I'm over here, huh? Just means I can hide this guy. Let's see, where is he? Looking for. Oh, he just retreated. That was probably the right choice on his part, to be honest. He doesn't want to fight a full group of armor ships.
I guess that tells you that he has armor, that he has brawlers, right? Because
Or their drone
Wouldn't you
ships. Because
Wouldn't
if
you
he,
have taken the fight if you had drones?
I wouldn't have taken the fight if I had drones. To be honest, Hiver can catch him, and drone ships aren't that fast, right?
True.
And drone ships are expensive to boot. So
But can you, if you started in close proximity, could he snipe your command?
with turn 1 drone ships, no. Not with the lasers. Not with the lasers available at turn 1. I don't think anyway. Like he could, but I think it would be like improbable to actually win that, snipe the CNC in that engagement. Clearly, it's not impossible, but I can overdrive away and minimize a lot of the effect of those drones, and he can't do a lot to stop me in that context. Right. I don't need both gate chips in there. Whoops. Okay. A little cheap gate fleet. You go over here to Draco for now. Looks like his colony fleet just fucking dispersed into the Gallifrey's reserves, which is bad for him, since he lost Gallifrey.
Oh no.
So he just lost that colony fleet. It wasn't a 9 CP or 9 ship fleet. It was only the small one. So 5 colony ships, 1 CNC.
You got it CNC?
No, he just retreated. But he was based in Gallifrey. It was the problem.
Right.
Okay. Now, do I retreat briefly or not? I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to move out a couple of fresh armor ships into this other guy. Boop. Boop. So I'll try to do the best of both worlds, essentially. Yeah, it's probably about as good as I'm going to get for now. So I need to finish this survey so I can colonize it. And so I set up my own base there. Okay, how am I doing? Barely pushing right, but I'm not pushing far left, so that's what matters. I could overharvest a bunch and jump up to Junta, but I don't really feel like doing that right yet. Okay, all of these are now repaired. I can transfer that second gate ship right into here. He's upgrading his naval there at this point. I'm going to distribute my attack here somewhat. Well, hang on. So these guys are wasted for a little bit, but they were my insurance, so I don't really feel too bad about that. I could threaten him at Scaramouche, or I could send a second fleet here to Tunguska to ensure my success. I think I should do that. Just a second full gate fleet up here to ensure that if this one fails, I have a follow-up, right? Nah, hang on. My position here is too tenuous. I'm going to just sit here for now. Because I need another gate ship here in case he could have transferred reserves here and formed a fleet and strike this in one turn also. So I need to make sure that this survey and this gate here remains, right? So there's that piece. Hang on. Why did you stop supporting it? I didn't think I said that. Oh well, whatever. Continue supporting that for now. Because I need to wait till this survey to complete. Okay, money is on the climb. I can't do that little trick again. Oh well. Because I brought a gate ship back. That's my bad. That's what I should have done, but. Alright, construction ship. You go there. Let's see. Do want to upgrade this guy. He's still like a border system. Frontier system, that's what I was trying to say. I need to colonize this as quickly as possible because it's a great planet. But I need to get this a little bit built up first. So I can't really afford to leave this yet because it is costing me money, right? So costing me 30k. Okay. Just sit there idle for now, I guess. I'll need you soon enough. Alright, Gallifrey is now mine. 3 planets in here that I can colonize. One that already has infrastructure, which is fantastic. I'm seeing combat fleet relocating here. And he'll be there next turn, and then... Okay. So I'm going to cancel these guys for now. Should be able to redeploy in here next turn. But do I send a colony ship there now? I probably should. Nah, I can hold off for now. I'm fine holding off for just a little bit. He'll have a follow-up attack here soon. This was his combat fleet that disengaged actually last time, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Okay. So I'm not sure what type of engagement those guys, what kind of ships those are still. Boop, 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 boop. But I already have a initial small risk, low risk fleet going there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Should I keep one here? I should keep one here briefly. Just these guys. I'm gonna allow these guys to go back and get supply again though. But I want to keep something here to defend it, because he doesn't. I don't see anything here yet, but he could engage from there potentially, even without this combat fleet. So I'm gonna play on the cautious side for now. That's another. So he's doubling down on additional fleets. Construction is based here too. Huh? Interesting. Okay. Is this developed enough yet? Getting close. Could probably call that good. I bet he's gonna hunker down there in Tunguska for now. That's what I would do. Yeah, no, that's wrong. I would just keep on striking Gallifrey over and over and over again until I took it back. But well, that's a questionable choice sometimes. But whatever. Let's see. This guy is still idle for now. It's fine.
I was gonna say with you because I'm not sure. Like from Morgi's point of view, I think
I would just be trying to snipe CNCs is what I would do. Keep killing gates, keep killing CNCs, and try to avoid direct engagement as much as possible.
right. So I don't think throwing your stuff down there is the thing to do.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he could just hold Tunguska and build up there instead. Yeah, because he's intercepting, which makes sense.
Exactly. Which makes sense. You choose some design that you think in the early game is gonna intercept. I don't know what that is, but like, if
Yep.
you could have like Texas breaking, what would you get to guarantee a snipe on a CNC or?
Yep. What does he have? Brawlers. Yep, he has brawlers. That's not gonna work. So my current objective here with these two supply ships is literally just to slow down his his grab boat. Yeah, cool. He's splitting off some. That's smart. Sweet. Looks like he went for the right one. He's going for my CNC, which I think is actually faster than my gate ship. Well, a little bit. Currently, I'm just trying to draw him away with some of his forces with this supply ship. I have to say, fighting Hiver is awfully frustrating. But these are not the ships to be fighting Hiver with, in my opinion. Pure brawlers. This is not how you snipe gate ships. But, you know.
Yeah, these are wasting time. Alright, so if you're Mariki,
Yep.
you need Tech 4.
Yep.
To snipe. If
Well.
you intercept, snipe.
You use enough, you could even go boarding pods. Just to turn one.
Yeah, okay. or turn 1 ships.
But tech? You mean like what do you tech up to instead?
Well, like right now, what's in research phase, right? Because he's got like not a lot of turns to get some kind of design out. That
Yeah.
he's got to-
He could have X-ray lasers out at this point, and that's about it. And X-ray lasers and drones would actually be one option, to be honest. Didn't quite get this ship, did you? Nope. Maybe he's only gonna get vaguely close to the ship. He didn't even manage to kill this guy. Almost though. He almost killed that ship. So, what would be my next choices? Even like armor cruisers with missiles would be a better choice than what he has right here. Armor cruisers with missiles would actually work in the cases where currently it is failing. Just that initial barrage.
Yeah, but the other thing is he needs to. So it's tricky for him, right? So I mean, I guess if I were him, I wouldn't even be trying to pick any of these fights. But
No?
I got the ability to hold the middle here as the green.
Yeah, so if I hold the middle, then I can start striking his homeworld and threaten that. Right?
Right, but it's not clear to me. I mean, I guess if he had, like, I think if you're gonna try to hold the middle in during the game, you have to do it with like boarding pods.
Oh, or missile ships. Missile ships works in the early game too.
For like intercepting your ship.
Sure. One volley from like a bunch of armor cruisers of Marigi would be enough to take out my engine on either my CNC or my gate.
In interception, you start facing.
You start close, yeah. You're guaranteed to start close. In missile range, basically.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. Because the other issue is if you start escorting your game fleets with like your turn 1 armor,
True.
then it's basically he's sacrificing like a whole because all his guys are gonna die.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
So he's stopping one fleet at the cost of like an entire fleet. So that's very economically disadvantageous.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's very true.
But you might not have to, but you still kind of have to do it. Although maybe you kind of wait until the fleet is like almost at your system, so that so the Hydra player has to wait like another 8 turns for those ships to come back into circulation.
True.
But still, that's an issue, right? But
Yeah.
maybe you don't have a choice. Yeah. So, what is the first design that Marigi thinks they can use to intercept Hydra that isn't going to be like such a crap loop,
Yeah, honestly, I think this is a tough matchup for Marigi. Like, it's all about out-teching them quickly enough to be able to mitigate their early game advantages, right? At the end of the day, that's the key. All right, now I have a little bit of money, so my econ is climbing again. One of the I'm not sure if you noticed also the one of the econ elements the econ rating bonuses is also just having civilian population growth, period, in a system. Also grows your econ. Also grows your econ rating. Which is another nail in the coffin of not going 100% civ. Which I don't really ever think is viable.
100% you mean the slider.
Yeah, the civilian population slider.
Population slider.
Okay, I'm going to fall back one of these just to get supply again. I'm going to keep this guy here for now, and I'm going to put him in a position to intercept anything from Tunguska in case he chooses to strike first, essentially. Which he could, right? Yeah, some kind of random click. Alright, I'll be right back. One sec.
We have built an outpost for your warriors, Majesty.
Okay, I'm back. Hey, look at that. VRF finished early. I should drive Fusion Torps. I do like them on this setup too. Alright, I'm gonna do something like this real quick. I want all of you guys in here. Most of you guys in here. So I have a more heavily armored gate fleet, essentially, as my supporting fleet. I should have been building a gate ship here. That's my bad. Whatever. I'll just hold those guys in reserve for now. I'll relocate these guys briefly. Can do not quite two. This survey fleet's just gonna, for now I'm just gonna patrol just to have more meat there. Yes, I could be doing other things with this fleet, but right now, I don't care too much. Yeah, this bug's kind of annoying. I have 2 freaking gate ships here, gate ships here now. Oh, well, whatever. Double gate ships. Wish I could do this, but I can't. I could disband one, but see what happens when I dissolve one of these. I should probably do this just for integrity's sake. Okay. Cool. That works. Good.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Cool, man.
Good luck in your
Thanks. Have a good one, man. Laters.
take care.
Later. Hey, hey, Maeve. I didn't see you join. Sorry about that. I didn't notice until just now. We were just wrapping up.